Hi, 8th graders. Mr. Songer with you for the makeup lesson for lessons 17 and 18. This is a 2-for video right here, so you get to do 2 lessons in one. For this makeup lesson, we're going to use your accent on achievement book, and percussion, we're going to start on mallets, and I do have a couple snare drum things at the end for you, actually one. And we're going to work today on the 5/8 time signature, and then mixing that with a couple other meters. And then we are also going to work on the keys of G major and E minor. So we're going to start on page 25, and percussion we're going to start on bells. And we're going to look at number 100, which the time signature is in 5/8. Also take a look at your key signature, by the way. It's a tricky key signature. But in 5/8 time, basically what's happening here is the 8th note gets 1 beat, and there's 5 beats in a measure. So you can have up to 5 8th notes in a measure. Usually what happens in 5/8, if I can just kind of harken you back to when you learned 6/8, when we do 6/8, we usually think of it as 2 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5/8 works kind of the same way, but there's a couple different ways the notes can be arranged. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And if you look at number 100, sometimes it's pretty easy to tell how they've grouped them. Like the first measure, you have a group of 3, then a group of 2, right? Third measure, same thing. Fifth measure, same thing. Second and fourth measure, a little bit harder to tell. Those are actually grouped the same way. You can kind of tell that because the last 2 8th notes are barred, as opposed to the last 3 8th notes being barred. So you're kind of thinking of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? There are a couple measures in here that are the opposite. If you look at the third to last measure of the song, you'll notice that it's a group of 2 and then a group of 3. And that measure is 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5, like that. It's just kind of where you put that accent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? It's a little confusing. I get it. It's confusing, but hopefully just that makes a little sense, and feel free to listen to the first part of this video again, seriously, just to hear me count those, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Let's try playing number 100 slowly, slowly. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Okay. Look down at 102. 102 really messes with you a little bit because it's a mixed meter. And unlike some mixed meters, like when you have 4/4 and 3/4 and 2/4 all together, if the bottom number stays the same, it's actually not that bad. But this one's tricky because you go from 4/4 into 3/8 and then to 2/4. And then you continue to mix meters so that the bottom number is changing. When that happens, what you really have to do is this whole concept of subdividing. When you subdivide, what that means is you're thinking the 8th note beat da, 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 through the whole song. And when you're in a time signature that has a 4 at the bottom, those are the 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. And when you have a 8 at the bottom of your time signature, it's still the 8th note, but you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or in this song, we have a 7/8 measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the 4/4 measures, it's the number and then the word and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then in the 8 measures, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no ands in between, all right? So for example, the first 2 measures, it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Like that, okay? We're going to try the whole song. Good luck to you. Same time, or key signature as before, by the way. Ready? Go. You know, what it actually kind of does is when you have those 3/8 measures, it kind of produces kind of what I would call a lilt. Because if you're not subdividing, you're just thinking in terms of the 4/4 measure, like 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to that 3/8 measure, it's kind of like there's this one longer beat. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. Okay, that's kind of the feel you get. A lot of times, I feel like students like to just keep that beat, and they get to that 3/8 measure, and they don't want to add that little extra to it, and they just want to plow right through there. Okay, make sure that you're doing that correctly. All right. Okay, next concept. Turn to page 26. We're going to do the G major scale, number 103. This scale, look at your key signature: low brass, flutes, oboe, percussion, bassoon. You have one sharp, F sharp, F sharp, and that also means that your B's and your E's are natural. French horn, 2 sharps, F sharps, middle valve, C sharp, 1 and 2. Clarinets, trumpets, tenor sax, bass clarinet, you got 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and then G sharp. Trumpets 2, 3, clarinets, the middle G sharp, the side key. All right, you high and low G sharps. You can look up those two. All right, and then finally alto and bari sax, 4 sharps, F, C, G sharp, 1, 2, 3, pinky, and D sharp. It's the same as E flat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and on your bottom pinky, it's the top key down there. Okay, so let's try this scale. If you have 2 octaves, your choice, high or low. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Try a song in G major, number 107, Old Lang Syne. You hear this a lot on right at midnight on New Year's Eve. It's a typical song to hear. And we'll do the Dies al fine, so at the end go back to the sign and play till it says fine. Ready? Go. Sign. Oh, I'm sorry. I did the DS too early. Let's try that again. My bad. Beginning. 1, ready, go. Keep going. Sign. And there we go. One more, page 27, number 110, the concert E harmonic minor scale. Same key signature as we were just playing in. Notice the accidental on the 7th note. Might have to look that one up. And here we go. This is number 110. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. Percussion, I got one more thing for you. Woodwinds and brass. to complete your makeup portion of this, you need to play for me either the G major scale or the E harmonic minor scale, one of those two, your choice. Okay. Percussion, turn back to page 26. We're going to do on snare drum now one song, number 103, that same major scale but for snare drum. Make sure on the half notes you're doing a 17-stroke roll, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And on the quarter notes you're doing a 9-stroke roll, 1 E and a 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, here we go, number 103. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a fermata. Okay. Again, on those rolls, just don't be randomly hitting the drum. Okay. Quarter note rolls. 4 16th notes. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. And then bounce on them. 1 E and a 2. Half note rolls. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. And bounce on them. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay. That's how you got to do those rolls. All right. Percussion. You're done. Everyone, have a wonderful day.